What is up, amazing humans? How is everybody doing out there? What a wild time. Um, I think this is a time where we really need to be gentle with ourselves because none of us really quite know the problem solving of what's ahead, especially not even really totally knowing the timeline. Our brains want timelines, and things can kind of turn into mush really quickly. So I just want to extend kind of a little love out there to anyone who's being hard on themselves in any way, because a lot of our incomes have shifted, our schedules have shifted. We're at homeschool moms. We're a whole bunch of things. We weren't planning on being homeschool dads. I am taking this time to treat myself to progress, not perfection. What are some things I can make progress on? I tend to be a perfectionist. I wait till everything's perfect to do something. And I had wanted to explore the idea of a YouTube channel, seeing if there was a way to be a part of creating a community in the topics that I'm really interested in and love to talk about, a lot being about collaboration, art collaboration with community, artists collaborations together, art supplies, art supply nerds, materials, a lot of things in the art field, even just tips and tricks, not even just with projects and materials, but on how to balance, trying to be a full-time artist. All of these topics are super interesting to me, and I kind of would love a platform where a community could come together and I could kind of find my voice and articulate some of the things I think about and maybe connect the dots, and a platform where people can really come together and connect those dots together. So I'm going to give it a shot, and it could evolve in a couple of different ways. But mostly I'm treating myself to progress over perfection, and it doesn't matter that I don't have the right studio space or the right lighting or any of those things. I'm just going to speak to you from a place that I am spending a huge part of this quarantine, and that's in my little studio at home. And it's interesting. It's a time to be creative, but it's also a time to be inward and really reflect, I think. Um, but more and more as we do that, a lot is going to shift, and I think how we emerge out of this is going to be much more in our hands than we realize. And so I really want to do kind of a call to all the creatives, the artists, the movers, the shakers, the visionaries, the architects of imagination and possibility. What can we do to change what we don't like about the world? As we move forward, because it's time to really get creative. All bets are off. Never have we experienced a worldwide collective pause button. Um, and I think a lot of us are feeling that. I think a lot of us get that. And I don't know. I look forward to seeing what we can create together, and I really feel it in my heart strongly, that a lot of good can come from this. There's a lot of chance to rewrite the scripts in some arenas, and so all my script writers and storytellers, community organizers, artists, collaborators alike, what do we create together? What does cradling each other and cradling our communities, the hearts, souls, spirits, and livelihoods of our communities through this, cradle each other through this? Um, so I'm sending my love to all of you from my little quarantine station to yours. I think this really is a time for strengthened connection, as ironic as a lot of us are feeling that is. But I feel you. I'm with you. Be gentle on yourself. You do not have to be a perfectly organized global pandemic survivor, because none of us know how to do this. And um, yeah, my income streams have completely dwindled, and I need to get creative. And a lot of you have little ones at home that you feel responsible for entertaining and keeping educated and don't know when the end game is, not to mention keeping your own businesses going, um, and not to mention all of sort of the sickness and fear that we are surrounded by. So if I can just send a little love to you all, and let's make room for all of those things to bubble up, because we can. And where do we go from here? So if you're interested in any of these topics, and you want to join the conversation, I'm so happy to have all of you. And yeah, subscribe and let's see what we can do. Love to you all. Happy quarantine.